all the way live from Snoop Dogg's compound here in Inglewood, California. I'm your host, Tattoo. This is all about the Big Three, giving you a recap of Week 4 and a rundown looking in to Week 5 as the Big Three heads on over to Kansas City and Oklahoma City. And of course, it's all brought to you by CBD MD. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is all about the Big Three.
Week 4, Providence. Gonna see who, what teams kind of step out and emerge, you know what I mean? Some teams better get off that schneid or they playoff dreams is over.
We hear in Boston, we heard Big 3 was going to be out there in Providence, Rhode Island, so we shot down here for the day.
My name is Mike. We're here in Providence. I'm here to see Agent Zero, Big Gil, baby. Number 1, Agent Zero.
Yeah, man, I came to see a legend, Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. Shout out to you. Still balling. Shout out to Ice Cube for putting this together.
Yeah. Oh, Ghost. All I hear is Ghost, you feel me? Milwaukee in here. 414-53206. Yes, sir. Get that. Hold that.
We got power, baby. So we gotta take it to them. You know, they down. They plus player cat. So we just got to do what we do. Try to get back on track. Playing together, sharing the ball, moving, cutting, rebounding. They got some size in there with Big Baby and Birdman. Got to get on the glass. Offensively, share the ball, move. Look out for Corey. Corey's a walking bucket. We got to do a good job on him. And have some fun, too. Enjoy the game. Be out here, play up to the crowd, have some fun, and see how it goes.
Big win for us, man. We got to get this one, man. They're a little crippled, and I know they're going to come playing hard, and we just got to come ready to play.
The fans in Providence, Rhode Island showed up and gave it up.
Look at these fans. We gonna get them to get hype right now. Providence, Rhode Island, are y'all ready for the Big Three? Big Three is all about fun, and Big Three is all about fans. We appreciate every single one of you for coming out. Have a great time and enjoy the show, y'all.
Mike Bibby balled out over the weekend. Before the game, I had a chance to catch up with him.
You know, what do you tell your team to get them ready for the 2018 champs, man?
He's got to be ready to play, know the game plan, and know what we went over in practice yesterday, and, work on that, build from the inside out on defense.
You guys have been having a great start to this 2019 season, man. How do we keep this momentum going for the Ghost Ballers, man?
Just keep playing together, play the way basketball is supposed to be played, share the ball, make the right passes. We got a lot of scorers on our team, so, just get the ball to each other and get easy shots.
I've been waiting on this one. I go one-on-one with Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas, and he trash talks his opponents, Aliens. Also, ladies and gentlemen, his thoughts on his former teammate, Amar'e Stoudemire.
What you gonna bring to the court against the Aliens?
Oh no, we winning this game. I thought you was gonna talk about somebody who's actually a challenge.
Oh.
I thought we was gonna be talking about somebody like Power, Triplets. Come on, Aliens. Come on, who's on that team?
Man, I love this, man. You know what? This is why we love you being a part of the Big Three. It was much needed, man. How's your experience been right here so far for season 3 of the Big Three?
It's been great. The guys are good. The guys respond well to the trash talking because that's what we did when we played. So, me coming on, they're used to this.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you bring excitement, man. I'm glad you came. And I'm like, no problem, man.
Yo, I know the fans are glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm such a big fan of Agent Zero, man. But I want to lightly, man, just get some comments on what Gilbert Arenas feels. It's only right being a part of Enemies and the loss of Amar'e Stoudemire.
It hurts because, when I chose Lamar, it was from the experience of we all need second chances. I think right now he's still trying to get into his mode of playing and get his, his feet wet. But I guess the organization, Big Three, they want players that's playing right now so the fans can see more action. So
is this gonna throw off Enemies' rhythm a little bit? Does this mentally get to the team?
No, we all talk, and he said, I'm still gonna work out. Don't count me out now. Give me a couple weeks to get in shape and I'll be back.
Maybe season 4. You never know, man. Amar'e Stoudemire.
Maybe the end of season 3.
Oh, you gotta love that, man. I love the confidence that you have and how much you care. That's very important.
As long as the players care, we care, and that's all I think Cube and them wants is players who wants to play and who cares.
Captain of Aliens, Andre Owens, responds to Agent Zero's trash talk, Gilbert Arenas. What you gotta say, AO?
Aliens taking on Enemies. I just had a talk with Gilbert Arenas, And you know what, man? I came off cool with Gilbert, man. And I asked him, yo, man, you're playing a new team to the Big Three, the Aliens. You guys are a new team, the enemies. He was like, the Aliens, who? The Aliens, what? Like, they ain't gonna do, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, like that? Ayo, what you gotta say to that right there, man?
Listen to me. He been talking before the season about us matching up. He been talking last night, he been talking all week. So now it's put up or shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing, just after the game, interview me after the game.
Oh, can I get that?
Interview up after the game, and the business is out. I'm gonna let you have it.
Big three. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies balling out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple.
Next weekend, the Big Three has some big matchups right here on CBS. Yo, Joe Johnson's got one message for the entire league. Can't guard me. On Saturday in Kansas City, ISO Joe's triplets look to take down Birdman and the defending champ, Power. Then, Mario Chalmers may be Kansas royalty, but when Stat and Nate Robinson lead Tri-State against Chalmers' three-headed monsters, hey, they'll be looking to serve him a tall glass of humble on the rocks. Sunday, it's on to Oklahoma City, where Captain Steven Jackson and the rough and tumble Killer 3's brawl it out with Deshaun Stevenson and the Ball Hogs. Then, look out, Agent Zero's on the case, as the enemies Gilbert Arenas and Royce White put Coach Kenyon Martin and Trilogy in the crosshairs. Hey, it's Big Three basketball, baby, and it all goes down next weekend on CBS.
Download the Big Three app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big Three, download the Big Three app and get it.
Andre Emmett lets it all out. 0-3, 3's company. Go ahead, Andre.
What's going on with 3's company, man?
Man, we just got to get it together. I think maybe came out from a hangover from last season.
You think you guys got too hyped or?
I don't know, man, but it's too much talking. We need to shut up and play basketball at the end of the day.
Andre, man, like I said, I don't bite my tongue. I got to keep it real, man. You played at a high level last season, and it seems like this season you're there, but some of these buckets ain't dropping for Andre Emmett, man. How do we get the rhythm in, man?
I'll spend more time in the lab. Absolutely. I definitely take a lot on myself. I know my team goes as I go. So I own their responsibility, so I got to step up. And also, just everybody, the whole 3 companies team from top to bottom.
I catch up with 2018 Big Three champion, head coach of Power, Coach Lieberman. She got game.
I got to talk about this, Coach. Y'all took a big loss last week. How do you guys come back to take on a team like the Ghost Ballers?
Ghost Ballers are really good, and they're well coached. They've had a fantastic season. Last week for us, we believe it was a little bit of an aberration, losing Baby early in the game, not having one of our star players.
Now, is Baby playing today?
Baby is playing today, and he's excited, and we stick together as a team and as a family, so we're happy to have him. Corey Maggetti's back for the first time this year. Quentin is back. He's had a hamstring issue. He's not playing.
Oh, really? What's going on with Catino?
He's got a little calf injury, but we're getting everybody back. He's a warrior. I mean, every team should have a Catino Mobley.
Nancy Lieberman, coach of the 2018 Big Three champions, Power. It looks like your team is ready to rock and roll and do their thing right here in Providence, Rhode Island.
We're looking forward to it. Big Three, thank you, Cube.
2018 Big Three MVP is back. Corey Maggetti is in the building.
Right here in Providence, Rhode Island. How's it feel for Corey Maggetti to come back and get ready to play Big Three basketball, baby?
Well, first of all, it's not about the MVP. That was just a blessing from all the players, as we played. But the ultimate goal was our team winning the championship. And so for me, it's a blessing to come back and play. I had some stuff going on with my Achilles and wanted to make sure that I'm 100% to be able to play at a high level. I'm ready to go.
Let them know, man, what to expect for the return of Corey Maggetti.
Well, you expect me to be out on the floor. Simple as that. I'm gonna play hard no matter what. I love competition. I just saw some on social media. I'm not a big social media guy. That Mike Taylor said that who's gonna guard him. So, Mike Taylor, you got to see us down here, so we'll be waiting.
Oh shoot, it's for real right here, man.
I got a chance to go one-on-one with Mike Taylor of the Ghost Ballers. His energy is just really dope. Check out this interview.
The energy to Big Three, man.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm just doing what I do best, providing energy, providing, something for the fans to look forward to.
I mean, I'm just doing me at my highest form.
Taking on the 2018 Big 3 champs, Power. What you got to say to Power, man?
Power. Who?
Oh, it's going down.
Ghost!
There it is, Mike Taylor, Ghost Ballers. This is all about the Big 3.
Killer 3's captain Steven Jackson plays straight up, smash mouth, in your face basketball. And what's Deshaun Stevenson say to that? He says, Captain Jackson, bring it on.
Get official Big 3 merch at store.big3.com. You can get league and team apparel, including jerseys, jackets, hats, and more. Store.big3.com.
Yo, Brooklyn was lit. LL Cool J, Fat Joe, Jadakiss, Jim Jones. Check this out.
We are all the way live from Barclays Center right here in Brooklyn, New York. It's about that time for Big 3 basketball from Brooklyn, New York, baby. Let's go.
Some good matchups. Gonna see who's ready to play. Will the triplets stay undefeated? Killer 3 stay undefeated?
Here to see Josh Smith, Joe Johnson holding it down from being drafted by the Celtics, killing it on the Suns with Mike D'Antoni, 8 seconds or less, and he's still killing it today.
Robinson, Robinson. Yeah. Gary Payton, #1, man. All-time great. That's it. Let's go, brother.
What's up, Big 3 Nation? Rob Hype, man. Glad to be back, man. And, at home, staying ready. Got the call a couple days ago, back with my team from last year. Nate, Amar'e, Jay Rich, Dr. J. Excited to be back, man. Looking forward to getting out here and getting after it tonight in Brooklyn, and let's get it.
Man, it was a blessing, man. Coming to New York City, man. The fans in New York, they showed me love out the gate, and I appreciate that. So, I had to give them unconditional love back. I had to play with my heart and my sleeves, and I did that, and I think that's what made New York fans fall in love with me out the gate. I came here early as a rookie, eager and wanted to learn. I just wanted to give them a show, and I'm gonna do that every time I step foot in New York City. So hopefully tonight I can give them that.
So obviously every game we want to build on things that can help us. Getting off the slow starts is definitely not what we want. So we want to make that an emphasis today of getting out to a great start, establishing pace, establishing how we want the game to be played from the jump. So, it's things that we went over in practice, things that subconsciously in the back of our head, we know that, all right, we need to get out to a pretty good start. So that's what we're looking forward to.
I got a chance to go one-on-one with Big 3 League founder and Big 3 co-league founder, Jeff Kwatinetz and Ice Cube, as they give you the exclusive of what's going down with all the changes in the Big 3.
Really quick, gentlemen, there's a lot of changes that went down this week over the weekend of the Big 3. Can you guys lightly talk about what's going on with player deactivations and what's for the future of the Big 3 with this?
Well, it was done, in the spirit of competition, looking out for players' health, and just building up the professionalism of the league. And, we love the players, but you got to be ready to play, and you got to be medically cleared to play, and all those things. So, we just want to make sure the competition is tight, and we're not, holding a position that another player could possibly use. And it's not fun. You know what I mean? It's actually, pretty heartbreaking when you got to sit a player down. But we have an 8-game season. You know what I mean? We're in game 4 right now. So if you haven't touched the floor by now, you probably should sit it out the rest of the season, because they go hard out there. This is not, pick-up basketball. This is not celebrity basketball. This is pro basketball. And we got to protect players, too. And if we look and see that you're not ready, you're not going to touch the floor.
Jeff Kwatinetz, founder of the Big 3. What do we do for fans that, some of these players that were deactivated? How do we make up? What goes on?
We did them a favor, because they would have come and been disappointed if they weren't playing. Jermaine's a different story, because Jermaine had a medical situation that we didn't want to take any risk. There was no need for it. But, other guys, if they're not ready to play, it's no different than the NBA or NFL. Guys get sitting down every day or traded if they can't help a team win. And in every case, this was something supported by the teams, because people want to win. It's professional.
I think it's a great move. The league needed something like this because it's some of these players are out there that fans want to see and they're not out there playing, man. And it just goes to show that the Big Three is a serious league competition.
Without a doubt, from day one we've always said that, and we hope players and not just players but staff and everybody's working around the Big Three understand that, this is not a celebrity game. It's not a pickup basketball game. We're not asking players to play. We're paying players to play. So that's what it's all about. And, players want to win. And a lot of these guys got money, but a lot of them don't have championships, and they want one. And they can get one in the Big Three if they stay focused, play hard, play as a team, and play to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, co-founder of the Big Three, Jeff Kwatinetz, Ice Cube, thank you guys so very much.
Amar'e Stoudemire is making headlines all over the sports news. I got an exclusive. I go one-on-one with Tri-State's Amar'e Stoudemire.
Amar'e, I'm really honored, first of all, to be able to talk to you like this because right now, man, you are big news all over the sports world. Playing here for Big Three, but I also heard that you went and played for and tried out for some NBA teams. How did that go for you? You don't got to give too much information, but how did that go for you personally?
It went well, man. We had a nice workout in Las Vegas. A lot of 15 teams showed up to watch the workout, so it went well. Our workout and it was great.
And that's ultimately, a big goal for Amar'e Stoudemire to get back into the NBA.
Yeah, just to show my skills. So I'm still moving very well, good shape. It's great for the teams to see because they haven't seen me play because I've been overseas playing for the past 3 years. So it's good to see them actually in person, for them to watch me play in person. So.
Oh, well, CBS fans, myself, we've been watching you here for the Big Three. You've been balling, dog. You've been killing it, and you definitely still got everything it takes to be in the NBA. And one thing that I love about the Big Three is we're not hating, man. We're supporting. We're behind you all the way to get back into the league, brother.
For sure, man. I appreciate it. Big Three's been very supportive in my return to the NBA or my willingness to return to the NBA, and so I appreciate that.
Just one request, man. One request. If the NBA does decide to bring you back and you have a choice of teams, can it be the Lakers, man, please?
There's a lot of teams out there, man, so we'll see.
All right, man. Well, we would love to have you in LA, but wherever you go, man, we're happy for you, and good luck, my brother. Amar'e Stoudemire, Tri-State. This is all about the Big Three.
I go one-on-one with Triplets coach Lisa Leslie. She talks about how she feels about Amar'e Stoudemire's workout with some NBA teams.
Big news, big talk all over the sports world right now is Amar'e Stoudemire, who may possibly be going back into the NBA. First off, what are your thoughts about Amar'e Stoudemire training for some NBA teams, getting a look at his skills and how you can go to being from the NBA to the Big Three to going back to the NBA?
I think it's awesome. It's a great opportunity for Amar'e, and I think for the rest of the guys. I mean, Joe Johnson, obviously NBA ready as well, but I would say for Amar'e, he's a tough matchup. He's moving as fluid as he used to move back when he played for Phoenix. I think his knee injuries all gone. I think it's a face-up game, going hard right. He likes to go all the way to the basket. If he goes left, he has a nice step back. If you stop him, he will do a spin move on you. So his game, really tough, will be just as good of scorer, I think, at that power forward as anyone in the league right now.
Dang, Coach, you broke that down right there. I am mad at you. Now let me ask you this. Not without giving away too many, coach secrets, what do you tell your team in the locker room?
Well, my thing is this. We're not playing in a backyard league. If we were just playing in a league that wasn't on television, we might be like, oh, we won some, you lose some. We are on CBS. This is national TV.
Oh, yeah.
And that means something. It means something to me to have my name connected to a team. So I'm the coach of Team Triplets, and I want the Team Triplets to come out with the same intensity and heart that I would if I was able to play. That means scoring, blocking shots, playing defense, playing with pride and intensity. And if we do that, we'll win. But if we come out lackadaisical and we get punched in the mouth and we don't respond, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Well, so far, so great, Coach. Good luck on your game this afternoon, all the way live on CBS. Ladies and gentlemen, Triplets head coach Lisa Leslie in the building. Your boy Tattoo. This is all about the Big Three.
The enemy's Agent Zero has brought his fast trigger finger to the Big Three limelight. But Trilogy's Jason the Jet Terry is no stranger to the big shot or the big stage.
Yeah, what's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube, and y'all know what it is. I'm bringing the Big 3 to your city. That's right, hard-nosed, competitive 3-on-3 basketball done at the pro level in your town. Where you gonna be when the Big 3 is in your city? I know I'm gonna be there, and I expect to see you in the place, baby.
It's about that time for your Big 3 top 10 plays of the week. Are you ready? Here we go.
Diddy. Oh, he is tricky. Oh, he is tricky.
So now Jones trying to close it out for the enemies. Jones attacks.
Game time.
Game winner, Perry Jones. Second.
To Will Bynum. Drive to Leslie. Lays it in. Good kick.
Much more coming from Royce in the coming weeks as well.
Oh, great block.
I'll just leave it at that. Jones with a hammer.
Wow, the double pump.
Woo! Perry Jones showing out. Dante Jones. ISO crossover Woods. Floats it in.
What a
Jones.
play by Dante Jones. In the game is capable of doing a Patrick O'Brien. Beautiful stroke from the outside. Oh, Josh Powell showing off the hops.
Those are right now the enemies.
Right now the enemies are playing a dangerous game.
Rush. Oh! Collins. Big bucket for two. Get on.
You know he wants this over Mike Taylor.
McGetty dumps it off. Big baby. Hammer for the game winner. Welcome back to New England. Big baby. Welcome back to the floor for power. Game winner.
He can end it with a 4.
What are you saying?
He's going to end it. Did you go? He's no ordinary Joe. That's not even real yoga.
Yeah, this is all right. Meanwhile, back to the athletes who are balling out on the floor. Right with the hammer, stretch this.
Nice.
It's the Big 3 on CBS.
2018 Big 3 MVP Corey Maggette is the player of the week. Why? Let's find out.
Corey Maggette, last year's Big 3 MVP, hasn't played yet this season, but Corey Maggette is back. Last year, the most impactful MVP. Floater goes. That's a tough one. Tough two for Corey Maggette. And now Corey Maggette, really when power needs him most, getting back into the flow. Floater on the baseline goes Corey Maggette. You can see him starting to find a rhythm. And immediately touches it on the block.
Nice handoff by Big Baby. Great play. Great play.
Moon miss, so that's an easy follow-two for Corey Maggette. Right. Whip it back. Maggette. Triple the shot clock winding down. All right, draws the D again. Maggette. Now right off the dribble in the lane with the left. Right with the hammer. Stretch this. Maggette with 3. Is this a matchup?
You know he wants this over Mike Taylor.
Maggette dumps it off. Big baby. For the game winner.
After being ejected last week, Big Baby hits the game winner. 2018 Big 3 champions, Power. Lisa Leslie's triplets are still undefeated. ISO Joe Johnson with a 4-point game-winning shot. Can anyone stop Joe?
What are you saying?
He's going to end it. Did you go? He's no ordinary Joe.
The celebs were out in Brooklyn, New York. No one better to be in New York than Ladies Love himself, the one and only LL Cool J.
Week 4 of the Big 3. How'd it go for LL Cool J, man?
I thought it was crazy. I thought Brooklyn was on fire. I mean, all of the ISO Joe with the 4-pointer for the win. I mean, all these games were crazy. It was fire.
Yo, and you know, you come out right here to Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. You got Fat Joe, you got Jim Jones, you got Jadakiss, you got LL Cool J. It couldn't have been a better place to do all this, right?
And New York was definitely out here representing, and the crowd represented, and it was just great basketball. I mean, the Big 3 here to stay, baby.
Royce White showing he ain't afraid of no one as he stood up to the 7-foot Ryan Hollins.
White banging some more with Hollins. Gets a step, gets a bucket, and now enemies 1 bucket away from a third straight win.
That's incredibly tough, and you see White talking a little bit. You want to have fun and talk some trash, but you don't want to go that far.
Check out how Jim Jones felt after his performance at the Big 3.
I had a ball today. It was dope. The energy, the people, the atmosphere. See some of the players I grew up watching. Some of my peers were here. Shouts to Ice Cube, man. Shouts to LL Cool J. I mean, shouts to everybody. Shouts to Kids. Shouts to Fat Joe. Shouts to all the numerous amounts of basketball players. I mean, I had a ball, man.
Coming up right after this, I go one-on-one exclusively. All the way live, our Big 3 interview of the week. 5-time NBA champion, 2-time WNBA champion, coach of 3's Company, the one and only number 21, Michael Cooper, is in the building.
Rashard Lewis is having another MVP caliber season for the three-headed monsters. But Amar'e Stoudemire says, hold on, Rashard, I got next.
It's not about the coach, it's about you and your other teammates playing up on the floor. 3-man is a different game. The court gets much smaller. It ain't 24 seconds, it's 14 seconds.
Aliens are playing some great basketball.
You gotta have some camaraderie with your teammates, or you gotta have a great one-on-one play. Like the old school NBA games, bang them, sock them, 3-1. That's how we played back in the day. And I'm like a kid, I want to win all the games. I want to win all the games.
It's about that time for our Big 3 guest of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, in basketball, there's players and there's legends. I'm sitting next to a living legend right now, 5-time NBA world champion, 2-time WNBA world champion, coach of 3's Company, the one and only Michael Cooper, number 21. What up, Coop?
Tattoo, I'm doing fine, wonderful.
You guys finally got your first win of the season. And how do we continue winning with 3's Company? What does Michael Cooper, coach, do? You know, 5-time NBA world champion, coach of the Los Angeles Sparks, winning world championships with them. What do you do and tell your team with Big 3 to keep them that momentum going and winning games?
I think what we had to do is refocus ourselves on the details of the game, playing good defense, moving the basketball. And again, the Big 3, it doesn't require a lot of movement, but you have to do some movement. And I thought we did that finally. The game before, we played extremely hard. We just came up with a loss, but this one here was able to get the win.
What weren't you guys doing? What aren't you guys doing that was giving, you know, the 3's Company a record of 0-3? What do you feel was not happening on that court?
I think what we're doing, being a little selfish. I think players are trying to take it up on their own. You know, Andre Emmett's a great one-on-one player, and I think the success he had last year, he thought he could do that again. But I told him, Andre, teams aren't going to let you beat them this year, so you're going to have to rely on ball movement, drive, and kick, and we weren't doing that the first game.
Now, let me ask you this question because it's all over Big 3 news. It's all over sports news. A lot of changes to the Big 3 after last week. Baron Davis, no longer a part of 3's Company. How does that affect? He hadn't played all season, but how does that affect your team? How does that affect you as a coach moving forward? And what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think the deactivation of Baron kind of helped us a little bit. I mean, we're going to miss him. I think he's the reason why we were able to have such a great success last year because when he's playing, he's one of the best guards in the Big 3. But again, his injury, he hurt his quad, and then he had a ham injury, and he wasn't able to overcome that. So I think powers to be said that, you know, to give us a good chance and to really make this move forward for us, they had to deactivate him, and we were able to get Dante Jones.
Yeah, welcome back, Dante Jones, right, with the winning shot, too, last week. All right, this weekend, you guys got bivouac. They're 2-2, 1-3. We're going into week 5, season 3 of the Big 3. Talk about your matchup.
Well, I don't necessarily look at matchups. I look at how we're playing as a team. I think we can beat anybody on any given day. We haven't done it up until the last game, but this is going to be a test for us moving forward. This next game, we're going to have to really go at them one-on-one and play good defensive one-on-one. But I think the key is going to be in any game that we play, you have to score, and I thought we did that well the last game.
Coach, does it bother you that you guys were right there at the championship last season? Here you are, you know, fighting to make the playoffs as we get into week 5 of the Big 3?
No, it doesn't bother me. That's what competition's about. And I think Bivouac, along with many other teams that are ahead of us, and you know, it's unfortunate that we ended the season with Power, then we opened the season up with Power, losing to them. So we know what we have to do, but it doesn't bother me. Competition is good, and we're going to come out and compete again this week.
And you actually got to coach Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, and she's using some of her things against me. That's why I taught her too much.
Is that you know, honestly, I mean, you had to have some impact on her. She's undefeated with triplets right now. They're 4-0. And you coached her in, you know, to world championships in the WNBA. Do you think maybe, like, yeah, she took a lot from Michael Cooper?
I would like to think that, and she's really understanding how to motivate players. And it doesn't have anything to do with men or women. It's about basketball players. And she got a pretty good team. Joe Johnson, you don't have to do much with him, just throwing the ball and clear out. So I like to think that she's using some things, but, you know, she's 4-0.
Big 3 question with Coach Cooper. Where do you keep your rings? Where do you keep your championship rings?
Well, I've given my rings to my kids. My older son was born in 1980. My daughter was born in 82, but it was in 83. We lost that year, so she has 82. Then my other son has them. My wife took one, and then the 88 is mine.
You don't have no like room for adoption right here, man? And I maybe, no, never mind, it's okay.
Tattoo, I have another son, Neil, and he would get that on.
All right, final fun Big 3 question with Michael Cooper. If you can have any retired player right now join 3's company and help you guys get more victories, who would that player be?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Nice.
I get Shaq.
Nice.
Come on, Shaq, we need you.
Nice.
You don't have to run to the other end, and you can just stay down in there.
Man, I'm going to tell you something, man. Coach Cooper, Michael Cooper, Showtime Laker, coach of 3's company. It is such an honor sitting next to you. It's so awesome that you're able to come through the compound, do this one-on-one with us right here, be our Big 3 guest of the week. Thank you so much, man.
You're my secret weapon, Tattoo. We're going to put you in an orange uniform.
Don't do that, man. We might never win a game if you put me. I look like the basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be funny seeing a ball dribble a ball, man. We can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only coach of 3's company, living legend, Michael Cooper. We're coming back right after this.
Download the Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big 3, download the Big 3 app and get it.
So how did all this come together?
So the wine label was a process that I started back when I was here in New York playing for the Knicks. I used to have these dinner parties at my apartment. I had a penthouse apartment here in New York. And so when I moved to Israel, everything kind of worked out naturally. Well, the grapes are grown in certain terrains and you develop different flavors. But you know what, man, I used to travel around the world and do a lot of wine tasting before this all came into play. I developed a certain passion for wine throughout those years. But health is also a key. Just a glass of wine a day will keep the doctor away.
How are you looking to grow this brand?
Well, nice lunch like we have today. Obviously get the awareness out and bring like tastemakers involved in it, with the invitation list. Wine has been distributed in a lot of different places, New York, Miami, New Jersey.
And also the menu, the cuisine is really important too, and how wine pairs with that.
Obviously pairing the wine with food is always key. So here in Brooklyn, we have a beautiful restaurant here that's gonna be a nice combination of the wine and food, which is going to be helpful for us. I was overseas for 2-3 years, and so I'm just reconnecting with a lot of my friends I haven't seen in a long time. And it's a nice casual dinner. There's no pressure. Everybody can relax and chill, and just enjoy a nice camaraderie and have some wine while you're doing it. But that's really what it's about: just friends and family having a good time, meeting each other, meeting new friends, meeting new people, and connections, and going from there.
That's literally what it's all about. Breaking bread, sharing a glass, sharing a bottle, and getting friends together.
For sure.
there's a social scene to it that most people just see the games and the atmosphere. But what you appreciate, especially at this point with like the big three, is camaraderie.
Absolutely. A lot of guys love it because you get a chance to hang out with your ex-teammates or rival players you played against all the years, and to now to reconnect with them on a different level. It's a great setup.
Beyond experience and athleticism, but you bring perspective.
The action behind what you're saying is very key. And so for the young guys who are watching my actions, hopefully they will follow suit. Take the positive from what I'm doing, add it to their own personal swagger, and create their own brand and leverage. And that's a part of leadership.
What kind?
Time.
He brings all the music to the Big Three. He's the founder of Dash Radio, the one and only DJ Ski.
You know, the players got to get ready to ball, but you got to get ready to entertain this crowd, get the music. What is DJ Ski, the process of music, entertainment, artists? How do you get ready for a game?
I mean, for this, it's so awesome because entertainment is so important and crucial to the game. There's so much more than just basketball. I mean, if you watch the game, it's music throughout the entire thing. So we got to get focused, we got to get ready, and we got to bring it, especially when we come to places like Brooklyn.
Do you ever get tired, like where you don't know like what to play next, or you're a pro, man?
This is actually the toughest DJ gig in the world, no lie. Like we did the math. There's something like 600 music cues a night, which is insane. No other sports league, no other DJ performance ever requires that. So it's the most intense DJ thing I've ever done in my life. It's awesome.
Well, Ski, man, it's awesome to have you on the show.
It's about that time for Lisa Leslie's son, MJ2, to ask some of your favorite Big Three players his favorite question of the week. This week, it's Nate Robinson, Jason Richardson, and the legend, Dr. J. MJ2, it's on you.
You know what I do? It's MJ2. And today I have a question for Tri-State, Nate Robinson, Jason Richardson, and the coach, Dr. J. My favorite all-time NBA player is Michael Jordan. So what's yours?
What's up, MJ2? And guess what? My favorite player, Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson.
What's up, MJ2? This is Jason Richardson. My favorite basketball player of all time is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, MJ2, this is Dr. J, and my favorite player of all time is Elgin Baylor.
Coming up next, it's time to take a look into Week 5 of the Big Three with my friend, Director of Big Three Basketball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott, right after this.
Big three. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies balling out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple.
Next weekend, the Big Three has some big matchups right here on CBS. Yo, Joe Johnson's got one message for the entire league. Can't guard me. On Saturday in Kansas City, ISO Joe's triplets look to take down Birdman and the defending champ, Power. Then, Mario Chalmers may be Kansas royalty, but when Stat and Nate Robinson lead Tri-State against Chalmers' three-headed monsters, hey, they'll be looking to serve him a tall glass of humble on the rocks. Sunday, it's on to Oklahoma City, where Captain Steven Jackson and the rough and tumble Killer 3's brawl it out with Deshaun Stevenson and the Ball Hogs. Then, look out, Agent Zero's on the case, as the enemies Gilbert Arenas and Royce White put Coach Kenyon Martin and Trilogy in the crosshairs. Hey, it's Big Three basketball, baby, and it all goes down next weekend on CBS.
Well, it's about that time to look into Week 5 of the Big Three. To my right, Director of Big Three Basketball Operations, the one and only Big Three expert, Thomas Scott. You ready to head on over to Kansas City?
Can't wait.
All right, it's about to go down. 3's company taking on Bivouac. We had Coach Michael Cooper in the building today, of course. 1-3, 3's company. They just got their first win, taking on the 2-2 Bivouac. Talk about it, Thomas.
You know, 3's company got a little bit of a push from Dante Jones last week. You know, they're a little bit more upbeat. They're a little bit more lively. They're feeling good about themselves. At the same time, they're going against Bivouac, and Bivouac is a tough team with Will Bynum, and Josh Smith is feeling really confident right now. It's going to be a tough one.
Absolutely, man. Let's look into what can possibly be the game of the week. You got an undefeated triplets, of course, Coach Leslie taking on Coach Lieberman, 2018 Big Three champions, 3-1 power. This, Thomas Scott, I got to get your review on this game right now.
Oh, man, I cannot wait for this one. I've circled this one on my calendar since the schedule came out. I mean, you got the reigning MVP, Corey Maggette. You got Joe Johnson,
who can possibly be, 2019 Big 3 MVP. He's balling, bro.
Oh, man, they're balling, and both teams are playing well together. So it's not just an individual matchup, but it's a team effort, and they got good coaches. They're both the best two teams, 1 and 2. So what more could you want?
This is a huge treat for any Big 3 fan out there. Get your tickets, big3.com/tickets if you are in Kansas City, or you can be watching all the way live on CBS Sports Network. Let's head on for Tri-State Three-Headed Monsters. 1 and 3, not a good start for Tri-State. They're taking on the 2 and 2 Three-Headed Monsters.
Yeah, I mean, they both came off of tough losses last week. But at the same time, they're both competitive teams with good chemistry. They both play hard, and they all have a little bit of pizzazz. And I could see Amar'e and Reggie Evans getting really physical.
Yeah.
And, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a slugfest.
You said something about Nate Robinson. Give us some information on Nate.
Nate Robinson took an elbow to the eye, fractured eye socket, but he wants to play this week. We're waiting.
A warrior.
Yeah. We want to see if he's going to get cleared, but he said he'll come out there in a Zorro mask if he has. I can't wait to see it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into a quick break. Make sure you get your tickets if you want to be all the way live to check these games out. Big3.com/tickets. More with Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, my man Thomas Scott, as we head on over to Oklahoma City right after this.
Yeah, what's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube, and y'all know what it is. I'm bringing the Big 3 to your city. That's right, hard-nosed, competitive 3-on-3 basketball done at the pro level in your town. Where you gonna be when the Big 3 is in your city? I know I'm gonna be there, and I expect to see you in the place, baby. Download the Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big 3, download the Big 3 app and get it.
And we're back with Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, Thomas Scott, running down Week 5 of the Big 3 as we invade Oklahoma City. It's going down the 1 and 2 Aliens, the 2 and 2 Ghost Ballers.
Yeah, Ghost Ballers are playing great right now. They came off a tough loss, but they still have a lot of life with Mike Bibby, the way he played last week. And then, Mike Taylor, his energy.
Yeah,
his energy, Jamario Moon. But I want to see more Carlos Booth.
Yeah, I think we'd all like to see that.
Yeah. But at the same time, the Aliens, they have a tough team. They have to figure out how to finish these games. They're relying on jump shots, and they need to start going to the hole a little bit more to finish and seal deals.
Okay, let's go with Trilogy, 2 and 2, who had an amazing game in Brooklyn, New York. The crowd was going nuts. No one left their seat. They're taking on the 3-and-1 enemies.
Yeah, David Hawkins showed up and showed out. You're seeing why Kenyon Martin wanted him to be a co-captain for Trilogy. He played really hard, and then Sam Young came out of nowhere and gave them a huge lift. Trilogy's a problem, but you still got to go through enemies, man. Craig Smith, Royce White, and even Frank Robinson's out there just doing the dirty work on the perimeter.
Yeah.
They're a tough team.
Royce White got an attitude on him too, huh? Man. He's balling.
Oh, man, you got to love Royce, man. You just got to love it.
Okay, I'm feeling bad for the Ball Hogs. 0-4, taking on the Killer 3's 3-and-1. Come on, Ball Hogs, what's going on here?
Come on, Ball Hogs, let's go see the Wizard. All right, let's go see the Wizard, man.
Ball Hogs, Ball Hogs.
Ball Hogs. I'm rooting for him, man. Not another L, okay? Not another L.
If they do get another L, would you say it's the end of the season?
No, it's not the end of the season. I have faith in D. Steve. I have faith in Josh Childress. I know that they're competitive. They're not going to back down. Quintel Woods is there. Will McDonald. Come on, y'all. Y'all can
and they got a legend like Rick Barry, they're coaching them. I mean, he's looking frustrated on that sideline. I'm feeling bad. I want to sometimes put my arm around Rick, man, but come on, Ball Hogs. Let's do this.
I think Ball Hogs going to get their first one.
All right, there it is. Like we do every week, looking forward to Kansas City, looking forward to Oklahoma City. Thank you so much, Big 3 Director of Basketball Operations, Big 3 expert, the one and only Thomas Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, get your tickets all the way live, big3.com/tickets or CBS Sports Network. We'll be right back with more All About the Big 3 right after this.
Get official Big 3 merch at store.big3.com. You can get league and team apparel, including jerseys, jackets, hats, and more. Store.big3.com.
Want to thank you so much for watching. Of course, we got to thank Snoop Dogg and the Compound. Got to thank our guest of the week, Michael Cooper, Thomas Scott. For information on the Big 3 and tickets, go to big3.com/tickets. Don't forget to follow us on our social media at the Big 3. From the entire team here, I'm your host, Tattoo. We'll see you next week.